Morning everyone and welcome to Bappé Knows Best episode 5.
5 alive.
Yeah, and we are back home in London.
Episode 5 at 5.
Yeah, nearly.
This is the early one.
This podcast is nearly live.
Yeah.
Because it is exactly 4:50 in the morning.
So I'm not even going to watch it before we send it.
No, we haven't got time to watch it.
Is that right? Is that really right?
Yeah, normally we watch it, even though that's really
cringe.
cringe.
Because we could just suddenly go, no, we can't put it out, like, and then delay one and make another one next day. And then, we've got a little leeway here, but today we ain't got no leeway. Just always send it out on a Monday morning.
We was having a conversation last night. So when we was in Spain after we'd done our first one, I said there was an opportunity where I was like, oh, maybe we can do another podcast. And Dad was like, no, it doesn't work because next week we're not going to be in Spain. I said, yeah, but it's good to do, like, have a stock of episodes just in case we, for whatever reason we can't do it. Anyway, we said, no. He was like, no, we'll do it.
Stocking up with episodes, then it's not really a week-to-week thing, is it? You've done like 3 lots of weeks and then you're putting it out 2.5 weeks later. So for me, I know this is not completely live, but for me that wouldn't work. This is almost like, even when we do it like the day before.
Anyway, we planned to do it over the weekend. Got to Sunday morning, got to Sunday afternoon, got to Sunday night. We still hadn't done it, and I saw that there's going to be a stain on them.
This has got this thing about turmeric and ginger stains and that. Man.
We'll go on to that in a minute. Yeah. And anyway, last night was too tired to do it, and it would have been a bit like
better
last night.
For me, better doing the morning.
So it was like, right, we're going to get up at 4:30 in the morning. He said if I wasn't up by 5, he was going to wake me up, but that's 5 o'clock's my normal wake up time, which I try to do.
I'm a 333 man in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he was that. Is that when you went out this morning?
Yeah, because I've got to take Buddy out for a walk because he's not.
And at this rate, we might as well go sleep.
He's not a great communicator with other dogs, so he does the night shift on his own with me, and a couple of foxes running around, and birds just kicking off in the morning, like telling us it's morning time. So
it's early morning. This will be going out later, as promised, every Monday. Fully aware that we won't have people waiting for this to be posted, but we want to keep it consistent every morning, every Monday morning. So
this is our 5th
here
one.
We are. This is our 5th episode.
And we just worked out if we get to episode 2000, I'll be 100 years old. How about that one, eh?
That's the plan.
40 years of watching this, say, that's like EastEnders, isn't it? Or Coronation Street's even longer, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh God, how people survive.
Better late than never, eh? Starting this.
Yeah, exactly.
And the movies and all that. Everyone's in the movies these days, right? Even when you don't even like the movies. I don't even like screens. I like big screens.
Yeah.
Cinemas or big TVs, but all this, nah. But that's for another day.
Yeah, but we do touch on that all the time because, like.
Yeah, this thing is taking over the world.
You don't like that.
No.
And also, we're drinking water today because there's no milk.
Pure poverty going on here, like.
Actually, let's talk about these bad boys. So, let's talk about routine since we're up so early in the morning.
Yeah, the word that I hate.
Yeah, but why do you hate the word? You're making a mess, Dad.
Oh no, this is 2 minutes. It's going to mess everything up. Right, the routine thing. Routines are there to be broken.
He hates the word.
Yeah, but
that's
I think you have a bit of self-discipline to yourself, which is always good. Look after yourself. Like, I don't mean like be mean and look after yourself. I'm talking about as in like do something that's good for you every morning. That's what you regard as routine.
Yeah, but
I think a routine is having to trottle off to work and do something you don't like doing. Also, got a bit of a negative aspect. Routine work, it's all kind of associated, and it drives me mad when people go, "Oh, you got to get into a routine." I thought, no, go with the flow, man, because water goes into different phases depending on the weather, and it goes calm. It's better to switch it around, isn't it? It's the same with anything. If you
but I think without realising, you actually have your own routine.
Yeah, so fair enough.
The past 5.5 years, you've looked after the kids every Tuesday and every Thursday evening.
But you know what? I'm one of the 20%ers there. It's something I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I call them 20%ers. It's like
me too. We both. Well, yeah, but
4 out of 5 people don't know what.
That's not your job.
It's not a job. I haven't really got a job. I never really had one. Right? It's something to be proud of, but I ain't really ashamed of it either. Like it's just the way it was, isn't it? I mean, I was born at a time when, I was one of Maggie's millions. Maggie's
elaborate,
mate. It was we had an old lady. I was an old lady. She was called the Iron Lady. Like she was a bit rough and tumble. Like she came across a bit mean. Like a witch kind of character. Like, do you know what I mean? She was a bit harsh. But for every bad thing, there's a good thing as well. She was a foreseer of climate change. Yeah, she closed all the coal mines. Now I don't know whether that's for that reason.
So what's all that got to do with?
Well, I'm trying to say, when she closed all the coal mines, there was loads of unemployed people, and I was one of them. Even though I didn't drop down a mine, I worked a couple of weeks washing up, and I worked in a factory and a store. By the time I was 18, I was done with it all. I swear, I was really done with it. I didn't want to do it no more. That everyday routine, it killed me, and I was only a kid really. And I was a young 16, 17, 18.
I like
sending a 13-year-old out to work, man.
I'm total opposite to you then, in that sense.
She's like my mum, and you skip a generation. Routine, like everything in order. Do you know what I mean? Even almost not. We had a very famous footballer who's got this disease where he's got to put all his cans
I'm
like
not
that.
OCD. I'm
Yeah,
definitely not
she's
OCD.
a little bit like
No,
that. She's just put a gym up. Yeah, she's made a gym. She's got a gym down at the back.
Yeah.
It's mainly weights, but in the middle there's a little bag and a boxing bag, and it's slightly angled with
I'm
with
happy
hooks.
about that.
It's on a slight angle.
So the hook
and
at the
it
top and the
bugs
hook on
her.
the floor is not. It's not.
Yeah, which is really,
aligned.
but
That's really annoying.
it's stuff like that. It's
when
a problem. It's not a disease. Yeah, it's something that can be done with mild psychology, psychiatry, or something like that. So it's nothing to be too afraid of. But I think it's something that must annoy him if it really does. Sometimes things are look better.
With the big punch bag, like the normal boxing bag, that's fine because it just hangs. But with the one which is attached to the ground, which the whole point of that hook on the floor is an inch to one side. So if you look at the punch bag's like that, and then you've got two elastics that go from ceiling to floor, and then the meat in the middle, and it's like.
It's just like a ball. Imagine it being a head.
Anyway,
right?
That's annoying.
Someone would be standing there like that straight. They'd be going like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's for another day. Isn't it? We can talk about routine. I want to talk about. I want to talk about the end of our summer now.
Yeah, let's talk about the end of summer then.
No, but carry on talking about routine. Is there anything?
No, I just. I like routine. I like if I
like getting up in the morning.
Right, yeah, but that's such a big thing for me. So I like getting up at 5 a.m. If I get up at 5 a.m, this is extra because we wanted to do the podcast. So I was up at 4:30. But when I wake up at 5 a.m. and I have that hour between 5 and 6, and this is not me telling you that I always wake up at 5, by the way. What I'm saying is when I do, I try to do something productive in that hour for me and just productive in general. So whether it's reading,
we all do this.
No,
it's the me generation. It's not me generation.
But I read for me. I'll read for me. I'll have a cup of tea for me.
No. That it's a very popular word now, isn't it?
You're making me sound selfish here.
No. But they're honest about their selfishness. Like we're not. We say, look, we don't care about themselves, but really we are selfish as well. Like, you know what I mean? We just make out they are and we're not. You know? And we weren't like that when everyone moans about the last generation always, you know what I mean? People say, they're worse than they were. Like, no, they're not worse, it's just different. And you're older because you can't handle it no more. I mean, talking about people like my age and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's really bad, the kids are so rude and all that. No, we were rude to the people that was older than us before when we were younger. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll go on to that.
Well, so I like, and maybe try and exercise. Now that we have the gym, it's a lot easier to get that done. Or, prep for work, check my emails, do a little to-do list. What I try and do though is not look at my phone for that hour, which is important.
Wow, that's a long time. An hour? Don't take it easy now, you know what I mean? Just put a little sweat, respirator things on people.
You should be proud of me. I don't look at my phone
for
an hour.
Like, she wanted me to be proud of her because she forgot her phone the other day. Yeah, because there's nothing you can do about it, You're proud of her, I left it indoors.
Ultimately, I like that routine, and when I have that hour in the morning before the kids wake up, I always have a better day. Always. Guaranteed that I have a better day. Like, my morning's better, enjoy getting ready with the kids better. When they go off, there's no guilt. Like, I just have a more positive day. When I wake up at 6 and I'm like, I've got to get the kids up. Where's the socks? Where's the uniform? Like, carnage. I get so stressed and the whole morning's stressful. Having that routine for me is important.
If I'm write a book called The 333 Club, because I like them, and I'll get out at that time, would you buy it? Because that must be making a fortune. Because it's not only from where I've heard this. I've heard about this 5 a.m. Club book or something.
Yeah, it's not.
And they say that back in the day. I'm reading as well. Back in the day, we'd say the early bird catches the worm. That's it. If you get up early, you can get things done before the other person. That's like a similar thing, but it tells you the ins and outs. They go deep into it, don't they? A book about getting up 5 minutes earlier than your next door neighbour.
No, an hour.
Well,
That 5 a.m. to 6
and
a.m.
a lot of people don't even get up at 6, do they?
Yeah, I know,
6,
but
7s.
But yeah, it's very quiet at 5 though. Like
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know psychology.
I know, I just feel
but
bad
I
for
think
it.
it's better you just getting a head start on someone, like, and you just sort of torch in the hair. But you know what happened in that story, didn't you?
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
So what happened? So you start slowing down early. This is something you've got to be careful, isn't it?
No, but that's the whole point. So you go to bed earlier, and that's my problem because then my issue is I love my morning. But I also love, and I'm very productive in the evening. So I like to have a cup of tea at night, and then I do work in the evening.
But I don't watch a movie with her because by 10 o'clock she's flagged out.
Yeah, but that's better to go to bed at that time. Like had I stayed up doing work last night, I would have struggled this morning.
They don't really watch movies anyway nowadays because they have this distraction. No, I just wanted to say.
I just like to be productive. So
No, but all this is this normal now? You watch a movie and you're doing this. Oh yeah, I remember that bit. Yeah, that's right. I'll pause that a minute. Like, yeah, I forgot that bit. It's just normal. I thought you just sit back.
Watching?
I thought the only thing that was bugging you was like maybe people chewing popcorn. That's obviously in the cinema, yeah. But here it's like tap 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 tap, yeah. And then sometimes a little thing comes out, and then they quickly turn the volume down because they feel a bit bad, like in the background, like. Oh, let's watch a movie together. What, you, me, and their iPad? Yeah,
I don't have an iPad actually.
Pod. No, what was
I
it?
don't have an iPod either.
This thing. It looks a bit like this, right? See this chopping board, but it's got a screen on it.
A laptop.
Laptop, that's it, man.
What is one in front of you?
Right? Oh, yeah, that thing. But they can't see it, can they?
Yeah, true. Oh no.
Yeah, look, I love this, man.
And
Because
then-
we've done all this stuff and splashed it all over us as well.
No, so then also I've started to make some morning.
Back on the food again here. It's good for
No,
the
it's a
health.
drink actually.
A drink.
No, we're not talking about food. It's just a
Our 2000s podcast, I'll be going, oh, this is really good food. Still just eating the same shit as we eating 40 years ago.
we're still fat.
We're still fat. No, you don't get any fat 100-year-olds. Doesn't
Oh,
exist,
that's
man.
true.
I don't think so.
So be careful. Look, you're making it. Okay, this is a nightmare. If anyone can help with this, by the way. So I've started making these morning shots. You know, like the ginger shots where you get like in Costa Coffee or whatever. So voila, Exhibit A.
It's dripping everywhere, man.
I know, but
Give me that
problem is right. So it's got ginger, turmeric, lemons, oranges, black pepper, and then a little bit of water. Because basically you're supposed to strain it, so it's a juice. But I didn't have a strainer. Well, I couldn't find my strainer. I found it after, but it's too late. And so I added a bit of water. So they're a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
The worse it tastes, the better it is for you. You know the score.
Most annoying thing is one drip of it on this white like marble. What's this called? Tabletop. It stains everywhere. So it's just
So we're gonna do an episode called turmeric versus beetroot. Which one stains worse?
on the white table.
It's not scrubbing away for half hour during the podcast.
So yeah, we've been scrubbing away. So now I'm like, is this really going to be realistic?
It's up there with beetroot.
Do I really want to be scrubbing the table like 24/7? Because that actually tastes really good.
This is the disease I'm talking about here again. Like, you know, every little shade that's still on there from some sort of staining's got to go. Otherwise, what is that all about, man?
Yeah, but
there is no such thing as perfection. It doesn't exist.
No, I don't want it perfect. I just don't want it dirty.
I mean, I was even scrubbing around because I didn't want it to help.
Why can't I drink?
Affect her mental health, like, you know, because she sees this little slight ring. It's really faint and it's got to go because if it's there in the mornings, it's not good.
That is.
Listen, man, just take a shot, man. It's better than.
Honestly, you drink it and you think.
You think you're gonna get?
I'm healthy.
No, you think you're gonna get a buzz off this because it's like, you know, it's like tequila pom pom slang.
Buzz, yeah. So cheers, Dad.
Yeah,
no tea this morning, but
yeah, no tea. We're gonna have milk.
We're up so early, so we're gonna have to have this instead.
Yeah, this is good though, man. This is all right. This is good shit, man. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah. So where are we going with this? Anyway, we're talking about.
Talk about summer.
The end of the summer.
He said this morning, let's talk about it's the end of the summer.
It's the end of the summer, like it's a few clouds, the temperature dropped a little bit, it started raining outside on the clothes that I put out to dry.
Yeah,
so
last night.
I picked them up wet again because I put them in the back of back in the storeroom, which has got the water tank at the back, which keeps spilling over. So
Oh,
all my
yeah.
clothes that are here are wet because my washing
After I
machine
clean
broke
them
down
all.
at home. Did I want to know about the washing machine breaking down at home? So we've got a deal, right? Her dishwasher's broken down and my washing machine's broken down. You know what the
So
deal
what I do is wash it?
I wash the dishes. She washes my clothes, innit? Because she don't know what she done something yesterday. Couldn't believe it. Didn't have a camera. Wish I had one. Took a photograph, sent it.
No,
right.
you've been saying this you said this so often. Oh, I need to take a picture of you doing this. It makes no sense to say it all the time if I'm doing it.
I don't say it all the time. I haven't seen it this year. I was doing it with gloves on, right? What are they called? Yellow gloves.
Marigold.
Marigold, like, yeah. What's going
Of
on
course
here,
I
man?
do wash it up.
Huh?
I just don't do it when you're here because you do it when you're here.
Yeah, just about. I mean, listen, man. I used to
You're
wash up.
slacking.
I used to wash up badly when I was a kid, just so I wouldn't get the job to have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not very good at it, to be honest. No,
But
he's better at
I've
it.
had to get back because it's the only job that I can.
He used to
sort of-
do all the washing up, and you'd pick, and it would all still be greasy. I don't know how you can do
No,
that.
because obviously from a young age, if I don't do it well, I'm not going to get picked for the job. This is where it comes from, isn't it? It's not great. There's worse jobs out there, but there isn't many jobs out there you give a kid to if they really wash up the dishes, maybe put them in a cupboard. What else would you give a kid to do?
I don't know. But I reckon Emilia can do the dishes
Sweeping up. Or something.
better than you.
Absolutely.
I'm not complaining though, because he does help a lot with the dishes.
Ugh,
The dishes are out of control. Yesterday I spent all morning cleaning, everywhere's spotless, sat down to do some work. As soon as I sit down, everyone's hungry.
It's the eating
I've got to cook.
it's the eating that's out of control here.
So then, yeah, but you have to eat though. We
Yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to eat three. We don't have to eat 3 times a day plus snacks in between. We don't need to do this. But
No.
we'll come
What
back
we
to what
had
we're talking
in the
about.
morning was those protein little pancake things that I
She's
made.
got this little
Which is
thing
pretty
she
cool.
got. She makes them out of.
I keep finding these things on Instagram.
Yeah,
and I keep doing it.
back down to recipe program, Saturday morning cooking
Oh
program.
yeah, let's not talk about the food.
No. We're still on that one.
Anyway, I made
We'll go-
some healthy pancake things for breakfast, which were good, but they weren't massively filling, but there was enough, right? But then by 1 o'clock, I was hungry, obviously. And that was right when I finished cleaning. So then, I then cooked, used like so much stuff to cook it. And then I'm like, I turn around and I'm like, what? I shouldn't have bothered cleaning up this morning. Mental.
Yeah, but then
It's
you
now
had a big
wrecked.
pile and all that. Do you know what I mean? We just got to eat less. Simple as that, yeah. This is true, man.
Anyway, I don't want to start going into food. Let's continue
this-
talking about summer. So what's
Summer's
the plan now? Now your summer's ended. What are you gonna do?
No one's
Eat?
got excuses wearing sunglasses out there. No sun. Okay, I'll stop all this nonsense. We're gonna have an episode
sunglasses.
called the burqa versus the sunglasses. Which one is more intrusive? Like, and you'd be surprised what I've got to say about it. Well, maybe not surprised actually what I've got to say about this, because it's all about the mince pies. You know what I mean? Anyway, no, we don't even have to make an episode about this. It's nonsense, right? Because all these sunglasses wearing. You know why they were invented? The sunglasses.
What?
You know why they were invented? I think they were.
The sun?
I think the American jet fighters or something. They used to fly in the sun at the end of the Second World War, and then it's basically when the sun's low down, when it's up above your head. You know, all around like this, right? You know what I mean?
You
know
do?
I do, yeah, because I think I'm going to get a bit of suntan, but I don't know, to get burnt in the end anyway. Like, I didn't-
Your colour looks good.
yeah, but I'm only tanned in the bad weather. Because when I'm in the sun, I just go beetroot red, right? And then I need about days of cloud and rain to calm it down again, like.
So this is
'Cause I
your
don't
calming starts today.
I don't believe in all this suntan lotion shit, right? Even though they put a little dab on there,
Bleep.
have a bleep, yeah. Listen, we're going to do things in code, right, from now on, right? Once we get rolling, these are just like many little pilot episodes, because we're gonna get a bit more structured, and we have proper episodes. We're going to talk about a subject, and we're going to do some what are they called, tasks.
Oh yeah.
And we've got one.
Challenges.
We've got one to cover. We've got a July challenge coming on.
He's got a big challenge
I just
coming.
got to have to test it
He's
out. For the
tested
next
it out
few
now.
I'm going to have to test it out to see if it's doable. Start it and then announce it for a couple of days.
I'm
on
not
job
doing
because,
his challenge, but I'll do my own challenge.
because it does something a little bit far fetched. But when you break it all down, it's well doable. That's what I'm
And when
saying.
you don't
yeah.
have a job, you've got a few more
I
hours on the day
know
to
I've
be
got
able
time
to.
to do this, right? I should be more organised, a bit of sponsorship, but I mean, just want to try. And this one, hopefully this will be gone, not for good, but for the time
No
being
more.
anyway. Yeah, no more. Do you know what I mean? But obviously,
Yeah,
when you
no.
do certain things, active things, you have to eat more anyway. So you've got to find a balance. Yeah, you've got to eat for the energy to do the stuff. So that's for another day anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Today we'll talk.
Yeah.
The end of the summer.
Well-
That's it. I think we're done now because we had a good spring.
We are.
Usually, we never get a good spring and a good summer. I don't think we've ever had it. We've had one or the other or none. We don't have both. But I think in 76 there was an overlap. I think it
But
lasted
so,
like 60 odd
is
days.
it supposed to be now?
No. Well,
cold?
apparently according to this, no, it's not cold. It's like just goes to normal temperature, but a little bit cloudy.
Yeah, but is it going to get hot again and sunny again?
They reckon at the end of the week, but things change. Our weather's one of the most changeable weathers in the world. You know, it's very.
It's his favourite programme, the weather. If you ask JJ what Bappé's favourite programme is, it's the weather.
But it wouldn't. If I lived in any other country, or maybe there's a few countries out there was a bit change, I wouldn't bother because usually there's more. They're always more predictable. Most countries are landlocked. Once they get their bad or good weather, it's there for a week or two. Here, you know the score, 4 seasons in a day and all that stuff. So that's why I watch it. I watch it some day with a whole load of suns to look forward to, and then the next day I watch it. There's a load of cloud and rain because it just shoots around and stuff. So
right. On that note,
is that it?
On that note, yeah, we've hit 20 minutes.
We have talked about absolutely nothing for 20 minutes.
No, we spoke about routine and we spoke about
but
the weather.
The weather, yeah.
And routines, that was an important little chat I wanted to talk about. There's so much more to it.
Yeah, well, this is
just an introduction to routine.
One more thing as well before we go. Yeah, I wanted to say if anyone got any ideas or topics we can cover, because I've had my cousin ask us to do a topic on one land, and I think we're going to do that. We're going to do a bit of research. Obviously, we're going to research this one a little bit. Obviously, I know a little bit.
I'm looking forward to that. That was so cool.
I'm going to do it on her birthday, which will be in the autumn. Yeah, October sometime.
Yeah, that's
late
the plan.
October. Yeah, so we're going to do it on her birthday.
So tell us what you want to hear.
But if we've got other things that you're interested in, let us know. So we've got
interested to know Daddy.
Someone can chew the fat over.
Daddy,
yeah,
that's weird. Bappé's wisdom on it.
It's my baby. It's my only one. My only one. Anyway, yeah, and so we can have a good little chinwag about stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, stuff. Thanks for listening or watching, guys. And we will see you soon. This will be going out in a couple of hours.
Nearly. We're going to do live on Monday.
One day we're going to do that. If you wanted to do live one, but not ready for that yet.
Surrounded by crocodiles or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Make it interesting.
So much more to come.
That'll go viral and that, man. No benefits though from it after, not for me anyway. I'll be chewed up somewhere like. People love to see madness, don't they? They don't want to see boring stuff.
Yeah, they don't want to see this nonsense.
So I'm so shocked when I can put 3 hours worth of cooking programs on a Sunday morning that people love that stuff, man. Because who wants to watch a cooking program? Just makes you hungry, doesn't it? More washing up, isn't it?
God, let's not talk about that. Right, guys, have a good week. See you soon.
Toodaloo.